Okay, so for our video reaction 5, we had to watch a video called Creating Organizational Cultures Based on Value and Performance. And the speaker talks about how it's all about values. There's values, your family values, your life values, your values with your friends, but most importantly in this um, TED Talk, she talked about organizational values. And she started off by talking about how when she was young, she had her first job at a bank. And she had a task to hire an experienced teller. And she did right away. She hired an experienced teller, and they noticed that stuff started coming up missing and money was starting to not be there. And something that she learned from that I took away from it is that you have to look for more than just experience when it comes to hiring somebody. You also have to look at values and how there are certain traits that as an employer you can look for. The speaker talks about how you define who they want to be around as a value model, and a very strong value model for accountability. And then how the third one is spending time and effort to hire a well-rounded person. And then to understand that people are your brand, that your employees are your brand. And then she also talked about having a very strong continuous improvement model. Something that stood out to me that the speaker talked about was that values are part of the DNA of your organization. And that's super important because to break it down, leaders drive the values of the organization, and values drive the behaviors of your employees and of the organization. And then behaviors become the culture of the organization. The tendencies that they have, the habits that they have, are the culture of the organization. And culture drives performance. And an example that I have is when this past summer, I had a job. And at first I thought I was going to love the culture. I thought I was going to love my job. And then after about a month, I realized I do not like the culture of this place. I do not like the values that this person has. And because I didn't like the culture, I guess it turned into more of a 9 to 5 job for me. I could not wait to leave. My performance was not as good as it could have been because nothing good was coming out. It was a very self-centered thing, so nothing good was coming out of the company for me. And I just felt like it wasn't a good fit. I felt like I wasn't being valued. The culture just wasn't what I was expecting it to be, so my performance was not as good as it would have been if I felt valued. And then the speaker also talks about how it's about what you do when nobody is listening or watching. Your culture is what you do when nobody's listening and watching. When I own my own business, I want the culture to be good, where when I'm not there or when a manager is not there, that the employees still want to have the best performance, that they still want to make the company the best, that they still want to help the company to grow, because I want them to grow with the company as well. The speaker also talks about how a good corporate culture not only creates a great work environment for employees, but also increases all other performance measures. And that is extremely true. Like what I said, is when somebody enjoys working for you and enjoys their job, they're going to put in more effort. They're going to perform higher. The job that I have now, I work at a restaurant, and I truly enjoy working there. So because I enjoy working there, I go the extra mile. I enjoy talking to the customers, making their experience better. My performance measures are higher because I enjoy the job, and that's how it is for a lot of people. The speaker talks about why are we loyal to a certain brand, and that is because of the people that serve us in the brand. For example, Healthy You is a company or a small business in Defiance. I really enjoy going to that brand or that business because when I go, I'm treated like I am important, that I am a valued customer, that she asks me about my day, has a conversation, she remembers me. And that is something that, because she serves me in that way, I want to keep coming back. And then the next thing is that the speaker ended her speech with was, what are the real values of your organization? And as for us, I know that a lot of us want to go into management or entrepreneurship or leadership. I myself really want to go into a leadership type role after college. And it's important to have the values, because in my opinion, if there are not values there, then it is, I feel like it is harder for the company to succeed, or for people to know what they stand for, or even for the employees to know what they stand for. And some examples of values that I would want in the workplace would be integrity, boldness, honesty, fairness, trustworthiness, accountability, the ability to continue to learn, customer service, passion, balance, discipline, leadership, innovation, teamwork, diversity, and the ability to continue to have fun. I know that those are a lot of values, but those are just some of the ideas that I have for when I have to create my own organizational values in the workplace. There's a ton more that people can come up with. When looking at them, there was probably 100 different ideas on the internet of different good values that an organization could have. And then also it says to do research on a company that you might be interested after graduation and how their core values align with your own core values. So a company that I would consider working for after graduation is called Credit Adjustments, which is a company located in Defiance. And their core values align with mine because they value their employees. They value in their employees, and they also bring God and Christianity into a lot of things, and that is something that I stand for. I respect that some people don't, but that personally is something that I think can make the workplace better. But they also another value that they have is diversity. And with all these values, I think that it would be a good company to work for and to learn from. But overall, I felt like I learned a lot from this TED Talk, and I feel like these are all things that I would definitely bring into my future work life, because this video really emphasized how important values are in an organization and how it really can help a company succeed.